Hey YouTube, it's Little Rocker Cutie 2005, also known as Andre, welcoming you guys to Late Night Frights. Today is actually Tuesday. I had to switch days with Chris Brock this week because I'm actually moving on Wednesday, so it's a killer machine theme this week, and my favorite movie, which I wanted to review, already was snatched up right away, so I hope you check out, I think it's Jeremy's review of that, which is Maximum Overdrive. I know he's reviewing that. I think Jordan is reviewing Videodrome. I know somebody's reviewing Brain Scan, and the one girl we have, Vanessa, is reviewing The Lawnmower Man, so I hope you check out everybody's reviews. If you want to hear my personal thoughts on Maximum Overdrive, you can just go to my channel. But we're going to get into the movie I'm reviewing, which is actually one that hardly anybody talks about anymore, and it's one from Full Moon. It's called Arcade. I actually don't have a copy of it right now because the DVD goes for probably like $6-7 on Amazon, and I don't have a copy right now, but I was able to watch it online, and for years it was only available on VHS. It came out in 1993. It stars Megan Ward, who I think was more of like a TV star at the time. You have Peter Billingsley, of course, Ralphie from A Christmas Story. A young Seth Green makes an appearance in there. AJ Langer, who some people might know from People Under the Stairs, she's in there. I think those are really the notable people in there, but actually Arcade is about this killer video game, and it's like a virtual reality type game, and so it gets placed in this arcade where all these high school kids go and hang out, and the developer of the game's actually giving away home copies. So he gives a copy to everybody that comes into the arcade, and the first person to actually play the game in the arcade actually disappears after he loses. So like the machine is actually empty when the doors slide open, because it has these doors on the side that slide open so it's like a booth you would sit in like with a racing game. But you play this game, and it's like the whole thing's like virtual reality, and there's like almost like a dungeon master type guy. He says like, "I am the future. I am Arcade." And then the big like line was like, "Kiss reality goodbye." So basically, this game is I can't even explain like how the game works, but it's virtual reality basically. So you get like the early, Lawnmower Man type CGI for when they're playing the game, but there's a part of it where you have to roller skate through these like tunnels that have these spikes on the sides of the walls, and then there's this thing called the Screamer that'll chase after you. And also there's a part where you're holding like this, it's like this thing called a fractal, which it beats like a heart actually, which there's a twist into that which I won't reveal about the fractal or about the arcade master in general, but basically it's up to Megan Ward and Peter Billingsley's characters to basically figure out what is going on, why their friends are disappearing. But basically why their friends are disappearing is they play the game and they lose. So basically if you lose the game, then Arcade takes your soul and puts it into the game, and that's basically how it goes. It's Megan Ward and Peter Billingsley, and they basically go in to save their friends, and if I remember correctly, something happens to Peter Billingsley. He gets injured, and he gets yanked out of the game because they get the developer to help him near the end because they want to figure out, how to get their friends back and how to beat the game. Because the only way to get out and rescue everybody is to beat the game. And I'm sorry I'm giving away a lot of spoilers, but this is a movie not too many people talk about, so it's one I figure I better try my best to kind of give you guys an impression of it so you'll pick it up and watch it. But basically, this developer who created Arcade, he's helping Megan Ward and Peter Billingsley get through the game, and so you find out that there's this little boy who's trapped in the game, but then you find out that this is after Peter Billingsley's injured and he gets out, but Megan Ward finds this little boy, and this little boy was actually the donor, as it's put, of Arcade. They put his brain or something into the arcade computer, and that's how the game itself, Arcade, came to be, because it's this little boy, his brain basically controlling the whole thing. And so that's kind of like the whole thing where it's like, the kids' arcade, what do we do? And so basically it gets to the end of the movie, and Megan Ward's character, Alex, she had a free life that she had gotten earlier in the game, and You know, she thought, and basically, you know, Arcade had thought that she was basically, you know, done and dead, so, you know, he thought he was going to keep her in the game, and this is one of the really coolest lines of the whole movie. She stands up with holding this little thing that's like a free life, and she goes, "Guess what, asshole? You forgot my free life." And she throws it at him and just destroys it, and basically, you know, it destroys Arcade. She wins the game and brings all her friends back out, and they're all like in this daze, you know, wondering what's going on. And you get to the end, you get to the very end, and it's really cool because it leaves an open ending. Like, there was the possibility that a sequel could happen. So she gets home, so Alex gets home, and there's the home version of Arcade sitting on her doorstep. So you hear a bit of dialogue from earlier in the movie, and she's screaming, you know, "All right, Arcade, I've made it. Damn it, where are you?" Then she turns around, and there's the kid you know, Arcade himself. He goes, "Right here, bitch." And then it cuts to black, and you hear, "Kiss reality goodbye." And then credits start rolling, but I don't know what else I could say about Arcade. I'm sorry I gave away so much, but I know not too many people have seen this movie. It was only on VHS for years, like I said. I really enjoyed it. It's a childhood favorite of mine. Like I said, the DVD goes for probably between $6 and $7 on Amazon. It's a full moon release, so I would say definitely pick it up and give it a look because it's a really fun movie. I think this was a bigger budget that Full Moon was going for with this one, and they really pulled it off with the budget they had. I don't exactly know what it was, but they did a good job. So I'm just gonna say Arcade, you know, great movie. You guys gotta check it out if you get the chance. So once again, I am Little Rocket Cutie 2005, also known as Andre, telling you to enjoy life, enjoy some Skittles, enjoy some Starburst, keep it forever horror, guys. And in your more words, my faithful partner Chris, who both is eating a man on my channel, he always says, "Eat some chicken," and I'll catch you guys later.